Usually, when things happen in my life, I reflect on them, you know? Like, I think about them and I kind of just like imagine in my head what could have happened. I just imagine different scenarios, different outcomes. I just think about all that, right? And I do that a lot with all like these different things that happen in my life. But the thing is, even though you could call it overthinking, I always eventually satisfy myself. I'll think about something that maybe I wish went another way. Maybe I wish it went better. Maybe, I don't know. I just think about things in my life, right? And I think about them and I think about them and I think about them and I'm like stuck in my head. I can't get out. And then eventually it just clicks and I forget about it. And I think to myself, you know what? I'm good now. I thought about it. I'm satisfied. I'm good. But there are a couple things in my life, events, things that happen to me, whatever you want to call it, that I think about and I just keep thinking about it. And through my years, I've recognized that when I keep thinking about something, that's how I know it was a mistake. Because my mistakes haunt me, man. They haunt me. I still reflect on things like bad things I did, maybe even good things, just mistakes I made, whether it's a loss or anything. I just can't get it out of my head, and they just haunt me. They just haunt me. And recently, that's why I'm on this video, by the way. Recently, something happened, and it's been on my mind, and I'm still thinking about it. And because of that, I'm thinking that this is going to be something that I either remember to the grave, or I just remember for a very long time. But whatever the case may be, I decided I'd talk about it today because at heart, I'm a listener. You know, I listen to people rather than and not like I mean in terms of like talking and in a conversation, I'm the guy who's quiet. You feel me? I'm a quiet person at heart. I let the other person do the talking. Like they talk about their problems to me, and sometimes, right? I'm a listener. I'm not a talker. But there's some things that when I think about it in my head, it's just not enough. I need to say it out loud. I need to talk. But I always keep it in my heart. Oh, I never say to anyone, never. Man, this is different. I need to talk about it. And there's the only thing that I could think of that can listen is this camera. That's it. So if you're sitting there watching, you probably don't know who I am. Maybe you do, but thank you for listening. But enough banter. It's like 2 minutes. I don't want to make this too long. So I was on the subway the other day, right? I was on the subway. As I am, I was coming home, I was far away doing my subway activities that I have to do, right? And it was pretty full, like it usually is, and I was standing, I had my arm on the railing, like I forgot what it's called, I think it's called the railing or something. Had my hand up there, I had my hand in my pocket, just minding my own business, right? I wasn't really doing anything. I wasn't like, on my phone or I don't know, reading a book or anything like that. I was just observing, just looking at the people, looking at my surroundings, just kind of taking it all in, And that's when I hear like swearing from behind me. Like it's like there's a man who's just yelling. Like obviously I'm not gonna say the words he was saying, but he was just yelling like the F word, like just a bunch of swear words, right? And so I turn around and I look who it is, and like the other bus or not bus, sorry, the other subway people are also staring. And there's this sketchy looking guy just sitting on a chair, and he's just swearing, just like yelling it, right? So like, I turn around again because he's facing my back, right? And I just like nod my head like of disapproval, like I don't know what his problem is. I'm like at the time I was thinking he's either homeless, he's drunk, or he's a crackhead, or he's all of the above, right? That's what I was thinking in that area where in that part where the in that land where the subway was, that was an area where that's kind of usual, or so I've heard, right? So I was just like, okay, he's just bothering everyone, just let him be, man. It's not a big deal. So I just sat there, and he kept swearing, right? And already I was kind of like bothered by it, but like I was like, man, that's not my problem. Just forget about it, right? But as I listened, I was listening to his speech, the way he was talking and like articulating himself. He was speaking in a cohesive manner. Like when someone is drunk or usually homeless, like crackheads, they kind of talk like they have like man, F, swear word. Oh, you know what I mean? They groan and like it just you can just kind of tell that this person's not in the right state of mind. But this guy, the way he was talking, he sounded fine. So I turned around to get a better look at him, right? And I size him up, I look at him, right? And the first thing I notice is he's a middle-aged, I would say maybe late 40s, early 50s. He's got some white hair, balding a little bit over here. But he doesn't look homeless. He doesn't. He doesn't look like a druggie. He definitely looks a little scruffy. He looks a little scruffy, like a little raggedy. Like clearly he's seen better days. But after looking at him, I was able to deduce that he's most likely not homeless, not drunk, and not a crackhead. So now I'm like, okay, so I don't know what his problem is. Maybe he's having a bad day. Not my problem, okay? But then that's when things took a turn for worse. He started yelling racial slurs. And he was yelling them in such a way like that he was directing it at someone. Like, you're a F he was saying that. And I turned around again to see who he was talking to, because like because the way he was talking, it was like he wasn't just yelling incoherently. It was like he was talking to someone, right? So I turned around to look who he's talking to, and I mean, maybe there was someone there, maybe there wasn't. But from my point of view, I couldn't see because there are other people standing, and I couldn't get a good look at whoever he was talking to, if he was talking to anyone. But I could see him. And so he's saying these racist things, and it's like this already put like a bad taste in my mouth, man. Now, obviously, like, man, I just can't stop thinking about it. He was saying all these racist things, right? Just these rude, these awful things, and then at this point, I was thinking in my head, right now, as much as I don't really want to say it, but I didn't really care. I didn't care. And like that half of me, that part of me, I guess you could say it's a half of me. It was like, just forget it, man. It's not your problem, okay? Just let him be. This is normal here. Just like look, everyone here is a bystander, man. Like, no, he's not. Like, just let him be, man. Just let him be. But he started broadening his racism, like he started talking about like other racial. He started using other slurs, other minority groups, like he was saying he was saying things like they go back to our country to people, he was like, man, get the F out of our country, man. Man, F you, man, F you, you this and you that, and just like saying these awful things, right? And there was another part of me that said, stand up, man, say something. Because, man, like, listen, man, I see these clips all the time. I see like something bad happening, right? Whenever I saw those clips, every time I saw it, I think to myself, man, if I was there, I would have said something, man. I'm not a bystander. I would have said something, man. And so as I'm standing there, I'm just kind of assessing the situation. I'm thinking, okay, so what can I do? What should I not do, right? Now, to be honest with you, I was pretty annoyed. Honestly, I wanted to hurt him, man. Like I wanted to break. I wanted to kill him, man. This guy was pissing me off, right? But obviously, I can't be doing that. It's not right. Violence is not always the answer. So I was thinking, okay, so I can just sit here and forget about it. It's not my problem. Just let him make everyone on the bus feel uncomfortable. And everyone was uncomfortable. Like people were like just kind of looking at each other. I even saw one woman who was like secretly like recording, right? And and I was thinking, so okay, so there's here's what I can do. I can try to calmly de-escalate the situation, and I'm actually gonna demonstrate. So I'll just imagine that I'm like, yeah, I'll imagine that I'm just we'll pretend that you're the guy on the bus, okay? I would have said, excuse me, sir. Hey, listen. I understand, man. You've probably got a bad day going on, and that's perfectly okay. But you do not have the right to say these awful things. This is a public space. There are children here. You need to watch your language. You need to watch your mouth, okay? And I was also, I mean, I would assume that like as I'm talking, he just keep cussing me out, right? And every time you do it, because like on the subway, there's these like buttons or this thing on the side. If you need like police or like emergency service, you can click it. And I'm not sure how it works. I've never seen it clicked. I never clicked either. But if you just like tap it or do whatever, like they would come in. So if he was like starting to continue to like if he was not de-escalating, like if I walked up to him, I was calmly trying to tell him like, hey man, let's relax here, okay? Like there's people here, let's be respectful, we're human beings, okay? And if he like tried to start like instigating, like getting up, like hey, like getting in my face or getting even more angry, then I was hey listen, quiet down, listen. If you make another move, I'm gonna click this button, all right? I'm gonna click this button and the police services will get you out of here, understand? Every single person here can support me. It's all of us against you. So I'm asking you calmly, please sit quietly and just reflect on your actions. That's what I was thinking. But what I wanted to do What I want to do is the same thing, but in a more aggressive manner. I was thinking like, walk up, like, hey, can you shut up, man? Hey, listen, I understand it. You've got a bad day. Newsflash, I haven't said. Oh, newsflash on a really funny freaking white person saying, but it doesn't matter. Oh, goodness, man. Listen, man, there are people here. There are children here, all right? Listen, I understand. You've got a bad day going on. That does not give you the right to be yelling these awful, obscene things in a public space. There are children here. You understand me? And I would assume that while I'm saying this, he's getting mad too. Because when someone's yelling at you, you yell back. So he's yelling back, right? No, 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 no. Shut up, man. Listen. Listen, you make another sound. I'm clicking this button. You understand me? The moment I click it, them police, they coming in and they get you the hell out of here. You understand me? Every single person on this bus can support me. All right? So shut up and respect everyone here. That's what I could have said. Even thinking about it now my blood is boiling, right? Man, if he dare get up, if he instigated, if he walked up to my face and would start pushing me, if he lay a finger on me, I would have caved his skull in, man. Like from what I could see, like number one, he's already an elderly man. I'm young, I'm stronger than him. Clearly, and again, like no offense to the guy, but like I could see his build wasn't that big, and like not to say that I'm some martial artist, boxing, jujitsu champion, but like I know how to handle myself, man. But obviously, I wasn't gonna do the first punch. That's when I would have gone in trouble. But if he even touched me, I would have rocked him, man. I would have decked that guy. And there were people were recording, so obviously it probably would work out in my favor. But that's what I was thinking, right? I was thinking, man, I should do something. And I wasn't scared of him, but there was something in me that made me not do anything. I just sat there and I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, but like, what if you had a knife? Like, you can never be safe with people like these, right? And I was running, I was like assessing these possibilities in my head, and I was like, no, but I'm not scared of him. Like I could totally do this. This is not hard for me to do. Then why aren't you doing it? Why not? I don't know. Was I unconsciously scared of him? I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried that I am an inherently bad person because I do bad things a lot. Like I do, what I said earlier. One half of me was saying stand up for the people of the bus, and the other half of me was saying, man, just look up for yourself. I swear, I got that angel on my shoulder and that demon on my shoulder all the time, bro, all the time. Like I'm not proud to say it, but I've listened to the other side a lot, man. I've like done. It's not like I killed people, but I've done. I guess you could say bad things to people, right? And like just for my own gain. And in that moment, I should have done something. But I just sat there. I just sat there like a bystander. I promised myself that if I was ever in a situation that I was gonna do the right thing. But when it came to it, I didn't. I just sat there and I let him say these racist, obscene things, and I didn't do a thing. I I just sat there. I just stood there. You know, as I was processing all of this, a man started yelling out at the guy who was saying the racist things, and he yelled out. He said I forgot what he said exactly. But he said he was like district attorney general, or he basically he was like a high ranking lawyer, something like that, right? And that's what he was saying. He was saying, yeah, man, I'm like a high ranking lawyer and stuff, right? And he was pretty angry too. He was like swearing a lot. He was saying like "f you, buddy. You gotta show some respect. Like get the hell off the bus, right?" And the racist guy was like responding back. Now the thing was, he was still seated. He didn't like get up and try to like square up. No, he just sat there and just started like, "Well, f you, buddy. I don't care if you're district, whatever. F you, just cussing at each other." And the lawyer guy. Then at that moment, they stopped at the stop, and the lawyer guy got off the bus, and the racist guy just continued his ramblings. I like to think myself. I like to think of myself as someone who tries at least to be two steps ahead. I try to like analyze things. I overthink. You know what I mean? Like I like having situations in the palm of my hand. Right? That situation was in the palm of my hand. It was right there. It was right there, and I didn't do anything. I just sat there. I just sat there, and I just sat there, and I let this. I don't know, man. It's been eating away at my head. It's been eating away in my head, and I don't talk about anything to anybody, and I wanted to talk about it to this camera. That's why I'm here today. I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know if I'm looking for advice from someone watching. I don't know. Maybe I just need to talk about it. I don't know. But man, oh goodness, man. I want to fix the world, man. I want to fix it. I want to like get rid of all the bad things, just like systematically mold it, just like saving the. Like, it sounds stupid when I say it out loud. Like, oh, I want to save the world, man. I want to fix it. I want to fix the world, and I can fix the world, man. I know I can. I know I can. But when it came, I didn't do anything. And now goodness, man, that I think I'm not an awful person. Even though I have awful thoughts and I do awful things, I don't think I'm an awful person because I'm thinking about this. If I was really awful, I think that I would have forgotten about the situation right away. I would have said, you know what, it's not my problem. That is what I thought. I did say it wasn't my problem. That's why I left. But at least I'm reflecting on it, man. At least I didn't just, man, forget about it. It's all done. At least I'm thinking about it. Or maybe I'm just saying that to make myself feel better. I don't know. But when all is said and done, when all is said and done, when everything I said is gone, my whole situation, whatever I said, it doesn't matter. What really matters at the end of the day is that my palm was right here and the world was right on top of the entire world. I could have fixed it. Well, not the world, the subway. I could have fixed that subway. I had my chance. It was right there. I could have just, I could have crushed it with the palm of my hand. I could have done anything. But instead, I just watched it. It was like a pile of dust in my hands, and I could have crushed it, but instead I just watched it. And I watched every individual particle slowly blow away out of my hand like a wind breeze had just come in. And before I knew it, my hand was empty. And then I closed my hand and I walked off the subway. Never again.